They thought she was powerless. They thought a woman in a wheelchair couldn't fight back. They mocked her, cornered her, and then did something that broke her heart in ways she never imagined. But what they didn't know was that someone was watching, someone highly trained, someone who had seen real evil before and wasn't about to let it happen again. He wasn't in uniform. He wasn't carrying a weapon. He wasn't even supposed to be there. He was just a stranger passing by. But once he heard her scream, the Navy SEAL inside him woke up, and what happened next changed every life involved, forever. Fade in. This is the story. Introduce Emily Carter, 31, light brown skin, soft voice, paralyzed from the waist down after a car accident caused by a drunk driver. Lives alone, her only companion, Cooper, a trained service dog. Emily wasn't just living in a wheelchair. She was rebuilding her life from scratch. Her dog Cooper was more than family. He was her strength. Every morning she whispered, "We got this, boy." But outside her apartment, the world wasn't always kind. Introduce the three bullies: Tyler, Mason, Cole, 18, 20 years old. Local troublemakers, always hanging around her building. Loud, careless, entitled to them. Emily was an easy target, someone they could bother, laugh at, intimidate. They blocked her wheelchair path. They grabbed her bag once. They shouted things she tried hard to forget. But that day, things went too far. Cooper barked to protect her, and instead of backing off, one of them did something unforgivable. They hurt Cooper, not fatally, but enough to terrify Emily and break her heart. She screamed for help, but no one came, or so she thought. Introduce Jack Reynolds, early 40s, white fit, calm eyes, former Navy SEAL, now medically retired, PTSD struggles, just visiting town to see an old friend. Jack was walking by when he heard a woman cry out. At first, he thought it was nothing. Then he heard the second scream, the kind that activates instincts only warriors understand. He hurried toward the sound, and the SEAL in him took command. Jack didn't shout. He didn't threaten. He didn't need to. He stepped between Emily and the bullies, placing one hand on her wheelchair and one foot firmly on the ground, like a wall they could never get through. Jack, calm, low voice, "Walk away, now." The boys laughed until they saw his posture, his stance, his eyes that had seen combat, eyes that had survived darkness, eyes that warned, "Don't test me." Within 45 seconds, the bullies were silent. Then they backed away. Then they ran. Jack kneels beside Emily, checks Cooper, helps her calm down. Emily whispers, "Why? Why did you help me?" Jack, "A warrior never ignores a cry for help. You're safe now." Jack stayed with her until animal services arrived. He paid Cooper's medical bill. He comforted Emily the way only someone who has suffered understands. Jack could have walked away, but he didn't. He filed a police report. He gave witness testimony, and because he was a SEAL, respected, credible, feared, the bullies were held accountable. Emily finally felt protected, finally felt seen, finally felt safe. Jack didn't just step in. He returned every day for the next 2 weeks, checking on Emily, helping with Cooper, and making sure she never faced fear alone again. Emily later said, "He didn't save me because he was a SEAL. He saved me because he was human." Heroes don't always wear uniforms. Sometimes they're just people who refuse to look away when someone vulnerable needs them the most. And sometimes that moment of courage changes a life, just like Jack changed hers. Now I want to ask you something. If you were in Jack's place, would you step in? Would you defend someone who couldn't defend themselves? Tell us in the comments, "Yes, I would step in," or "I hope I'd have the courage." Your voice matters. Your answer matters. And your courage might inspire someone watching this right now.